Hello and welcome to Pinnacle Coaching and Training's Tips for Startups. In the last session we talked about the importance of goal setting and I gave you some tips on how you can set your goals, so I hope you're getting on really well with those. Today's session is all about marketing and promotions. As a small business owner you will need to get good at marketing, so this session is going to give you some things to consider when setting up your marketing campaigns, which is hopefully going to save you some money by ensuring that your marketing is actually effective. And at the end of the video, there's an offer for you, which I hope you're going to be really excited about. So tip number one then, consider where are your customers. There's little point marketing your business for industrial concrete supplies in your local hairdressers or local gym. So consider where your customers are likely to be before you start handing out flyers to everybody. Aside from that being very costly, your return will also be far lower than if you focus your marketing on where your customers are. So you could consider advertising in appropriate magazines, having stalls at appropriate events, and joining appropriate groups on LinkedIn. All these things are going to help you advertise your business to your potential customers. Tip number two, selling the benefits. So customers aren't sold by the features of the product, they're sold by the benefits. So what does this actually mean? If you're selling, for example, a garden wall cleaning product, your customer is probably not going to care about what chemicals it's got in it, but they're going to be sold by the benefits of having a super clean wall afterwards, which is going to brighten up their garden. Or perhaps you offer maintenance services to businesses. So again, your customer probably doesn't care about exactly how you're going to do it, but what they're going to be sold by is the fact that you're reliable, efficient, and you ensure that there's minimum fuss and hassle to make sure that there's the minimum disruption to their service. Now this is common sense, but it is sometimes easy to forget. So all your marketing should be focused on what your customer wants, what they can get from your product or service. Tip number three. Tell people about your business. You probably know an awful lot of people, so tell them about what you're doing. Now, even if they don't actually need your services, they may know someone who does, and a personal recommendation goes a very long way. This is a really cheap way of getting your business some exposure. Social networking. Do's and don'ts. Social media is almost certainly going to form some part of your marketing activities, and there is an awful lot of information out there about how to use social media. So in this brief guide, I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on the do's and don'ts. So firstly, you're going to be really pressed for time as a startup business. So choose a couple of platforms which suit you and suit your business and use those well rather than spreading yourself too thinly across too many platforms. Don't just sell. Social media is about having a conversation. Start discussions, join in discussions, engage, and people will engage with you. And as a general rule of thumb, selling should only take up about 10% of your social media efforts. Be consistent. Set yourself targets for how much you want to interact using social media and then stick to it and make sure that it's a reasonable target. As a business owner, you need to make sure that you keep focused on your goals to grow your business, and while social media will form a part of that goal, it shouldn't form too big a part. And finally then, monitoring and evaluating your promotional activities. Now this is the most important tip about any marketing and promotion, and it's the fact that you need to monitor and evaluate your activities to see what worked well and also then what you could do differently next time. So don't just jump from one idea to the other without giving it some thought beforehand, and let it have some time for it to materialise. The results of your marketing, they're not going to appear overnight. So monitor where you get your inquiries from and then ask your customers what helped them choose you, because then you can ensure that you do more of the right things that are going to get you a better return. So I hope you found these tips useful. There's an awful lot to consider with marketing, and hopefully this has given you some useful ideas of where to start. Please let me know how you're getting on the Facebook page. And so now for the offer. As a thank you to those who have watched these startup tips, I'm offering 50% off the retail price of the Coaching and Mentoring Startup Programme with Pinnacle Coaching and Training. All you need to do is to mention this code when booking, PYT19105. It's on the screen now. Now this offer is going to run every month for the rest of 2013, but there are only a limited number of spaces each month, so make sure that you call as soon as possible to secure your place. Good luck with your marketing activities, and I look forward to hearing about your progress.